Today we've got a rally in the city here, marching up Pitt Street up to Hyde Park. We'll hopefully have 10,000 workers here at least to protest this government and what they're trying to do to building workers.
1, 2, 3 to Pitt! Malcolm Turnbull's full of shit!
I'm here to fight for the rights, that everything they're trying to take away from us.
Stop the government from taking our penalty rates.
They want to cut RDOs, penalty rates, weekend work. They want to casualise industries.
Their government wants to attack our hard-fought-for conditions, so we're here today to defend them.
ABCC down! CFMEU up! ABCC down!
When you've got 1,200 agreements that you've actually done with employers and the ABCC wants to undo those agreements, there's an issue with the law.
In the form of the legislation, it means that they take away our 36-hour week. They take away shutdown weekends in which workers enjoy with leisure time in their families. They make it no restriction on casualisation, and it goes far worse than any other form of legislation that's been brought in the past.
Just attacking workers like there's no tomorrow, it's disgusting.
It's an issue for every worker in the country. We are under attack.
They're going after everything.
There's an attack on all these unions over the ABCC, and I'm here to support the comrades.
There's a fight for all the workers' rights today.
Taking money out of the back pockets of workers and the penalty rates decision is an absolute disgrace. It's time for workers to stand up and defend their conditions.
There are more deaths and more injuries on work sites now than ever before.
Time and time again we see construction workers killed, nearly one a week, and employers get away with no penalty or a slap on the wrist.
The employers are very well organised and very well resourced, and they are exploiting loopholes, some of which we suspect were put in there intentionally.
What do we do? We're under attack! Stand up, fight back! You should all be very proud today for coming out in force to send a message to the Federal Parliament and the ABCC.
Here's to all the workers out there that were told they're going to get fined, they're going to get prosecuted if they turned up today. 1, 2, 3 and a bit.
We've all heard about the ABCC and the Code of Practice. It's there for one reason and one reason only. To make those miserable bastards down that end of town rich. Take it out of your pockets.
They think that they can split us, divide us, atomise us. And I say to them, today, Sydney says to you, you will never beat us, you will never divide us, and we will win. The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.
The workers united will never be defeated.
The fact that you've all turned out today in support of each other and for your union demonstrates to all those rotten bosses and all those rotten politicians that no law is big enough, tough enough or ugly enough for us not to fight it or for us not to break it.
It is time for the politics of hate and division to stop in this country. It is more important than ever to stand in solidarity together because we cannot win this by ourselves. We have to win this as a collective.
The ruling class, the Liberals, the Nationals, the One Nations, all of those filthy, rotten reactionary parties, they seek to divide us by race, they seek to divide us by gender, they seek to divide us and discriminate against us for all the things that make us different. But when I look out in the crowd today, I don't see one colour, I don't see one race, I don't see one gender, I see a united trade union movement.
The laws are broken for all working people in this country. We're living through a time when corporations and the very rich have become far too powerful.
This is a fight for Australian democracy. The system is broken. We need to fight for the right to strike, and I tell you what, you don't fight for the right to strike by stopping going on strike.
Is the ABCC an unjust law? And what do we do when laws are unjust? We break them. What do we do?
This attack is not just on this industry, but it's an attack on all of our unions, all of our workers, and we're not going to stand for it.
When workers are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back.
Construction workers who've received letters signed by a person called Nigel Hadgkiss, employed to attack working people and treat us like criminals. He asked me to remind you of your rights and obligations, so I'm going to. You have a right to stand up for your rights at work. You have a right to say no to jumped up bureaucrats who are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to steal your wages and conditions. Who built this city? Who built this city?
We are the only social movement in this country big enough, strong enough to stand up and bring the community with us and send a clear message to this government. Stuff the ABCC. Stuff them by trying to push us down.
A rise in inequality can only be defeated by a rise in militancy. A rise in attacks on the working class can only be defeated by a rise in attacks on the ruling class.
It's a very clear message that the likes of the Australian Building and Construction Commission, that is funded to the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayers' money to prosecute workers, to prosecute trade unionists, all in the bid to try and reduce their power and reduce their capacity to organise, actually inspires us to fight back. They won't win. The ABCC will be seen off. The Turnbull government will be seen off. It's also not one-sided. It's a message to the opposition. They need to commit to turn around the rot that is the ABCC and the unjust industrial relations laws, and they must come out publicly to defend workers. What do we do when we're under attack? Thank you all. Stay safe and we'll